Here we go. Tuesday night, 8:30. It's Eat My Goal Live. We are the Pompey podcast with me, Mike, and him, Dan. And we're here to review this week's game against Forest Green Rovers. First time that's happened at Fratton Park, Pompey against Forest Green Rovers. And we're here to review it as well as look ahead to the weekend's games. 2 games this weekend, being bank holiday and all that. 2 for Pompey.
Wow.
Yeah, one Friday, one Monday. We've got Milton Keynes Dons Friday and the mighty Morecambe on Monday. Big games.
Yep. I went up there last year.
Was that, sorry?
I went up to MK Dons last year.
You did? Yeah. Was it a good game?
Brilliant. Brilliant. It was as good as any other Pompey game.
Particularly away games.
1-0 defeat, I think, on it.
Was it 1-0?
Was it 3? It was 1-0, I think.
It was memorable.
Yeah, it was something nil.
It was a memorable defeat.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
Not going this time, around there?
No. Going to give it a miss, I think.
Don't fancy it. No, me neither. Anyway, speaking of big games,
I like all this, I don't know whether is this the same for everyone watching, that we're all max headroom, or was it just us?
It's probably my internet connection, possibly.
Yeah,
but anyway, speaking of big games, they don't come much bigger than when you're playing Forest Green Rovers at home at Fratton Park. Big game. And I tell you what, it didn't fail to live up to the billing, did it?
It was fantastic. I saw the whole of the second half and about 15 minutes, the last 15 minutes of the first half. And it was a beauty, wasn't it? It really was.
It was. If you're ever teaching kids how to play football, forget about your Barcelonas, forget about your Real Madrids, forget about your Arsenals, Man Cities, all that, Guardiola's way and all that. All you want to do is come down Fratton Park when Forest Green Rovers are in town, and Big Dunk will show you how to put 11 players behind the ball.
Yeah.
And Pompey will show you how you can't break down that almost impenetrable wall.
Yeah.
It was just shocking, wasn't it?
Well, it was just the same, wasn't it? It's just the same as every other game.
Same old.
Still
However,
that good game that we've been waiting for.
However, what was different is that our favourite old Owen Dale did get the winner.
He did get the winner, and he got man of the match. So that was 2 things that I found utterly bewildering from Saturday's game.
What do you think it was? Do you think it was just because they had everyone back behind the ball that we? Surely it's.
Why do I think we only won 1-0, or why do I think that he got man of the match?
No, we'll come back to Dale in a moment. But why do you think it was such a shocking game? Why did it take us so long to break it down? And then even when we did, we didn't even look like scoring after that, did we? We didn't look like in a second. And if anything, you could say that they looked like nicking one at the end, as per usual. But
it's no different, is it? It's no different to any other game. It's no different to any other performance this season. It's just not good enough. It's just not. There's just the lack of quality, especially in the final third.
Lack of creativity, wasn't it?
Lack of creativity, yeah. That's the word, not quality. Quality was missing.
Well, no quality. I think quality is also the word.
Yeah. Create qualitativity.
Qualitativity.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think it's just we just need those 9 or 10 players that we're being promised.
That we spoke about last week.
Yeah.
Which I thought when I saw the lineup, I was quite. It looked quite interesting, didn't it? Because obviously Lowry was back, Jacobs was in, but obviously Jacobs was popped out wide again, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Utilising that pace of his. It was just strange. Morale was back.
Has it always been like, because obviously we followed Pompey up to this season, but this season doing the podcast, we get to know what formation they're using, what personnel they're using. Has it always been before this season that every game is the same formation? Because that's what it is. That's what it's been this season.
Well, we were quite adventurous, weren't we? We did start with 4-4-2 for about the first 6 months, and then we realised.
Yeah, no, I mean after
Yeah.
the good 10 games or whatever it was.
Well, since Mousinho's taken over, it's been the same formation every game, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's been the 4-2-3-1. Whether the players available fit it or not.
yeah,
I was talking to my son about this, and I would have just liked to have seen the fact that Jacobs clearly isn't a wide player, where he is useful through the middle. And what's the point in having wide players if we don't get the ball in the box anyway? We don't cross, so there's no point. The only people who cross are Ogilvy and Rafferty, who will still be wide anyway.
yeah.
So why not play? And I'm not saying we're Man City, but play in a more of a Man City way, where you're playing with two kind of number 6s and two number 10s. So you could play Morel. Sorry, not Morel. You could play Jacobs. You could have played Jacobs and Lowry in those kind of 10 roles in a almost just behind the strikers. A little bit like, dare I say it, Ipswich play. And then you've got a kind of solid centre midfield where you could have one person who wanders, and there's nothing to stop those number 10s wandering out wide every now and then, is there? But if we're not going to utilise a wide player to get the ball in the box anyway, what's the point? Or if we don't have wide players capable of getting in the box, such as our good friend Owen.
Do it.
I don't
know. Send Mousinho an email, a strongly worded email.
I might mock it up on a little thing.
At gmail.com.
Was it John Mousinho? Isn't it John Mousinho at Port?
John.Mousinho.
Oh, John.Mousinho at gmail.com. Yeah. Isn't it John.Mousinho 1978?
That's the one, yeah.
At Portsmouth FC, because there's obviously more than one John Mousinho at Portsmouth FC lately.
Do it.
Yeah, shocking.
Let's change it.
Shocking. But do you know what though, Dan? On the positive is that we did win. We got the 3 points, and we are now, here we are, 3 points off the playoffs.
I know, it was mental, wasn't it? It was Wickham dropped points, Peterborough dropped points, Bolton didn't play.
No. Oh, yes, you're right. Bolton smashed Plymouth, didn't they, in the
that was good.
EFL Trophy final.
That was nice to see. So we're 3 points off. But can I say it again, Mike? Can I say it again?
Please do.
It concerns me that we're getting excited about the playoffs, because who is in those playoffs that we will beat? Barnsley, no chance. Bolton, doubtful. Sheffield Wednesday, no. Ipswich, no. Plymouth, unlikely.
Well, whilst I agree with all of the above, once it comes down to it, once you're in the playoffs, I saw somebody say on Twitter this week that I don't want to get to the playoffs. The supporter fan, I don't want to get to the playoffs because if we come up against Barnsley or Ipswich, we're going to get beat 6-7-0. No, firstly, no, we're not. No, we're not. They're clearly much better than us, and their form is excellent. However, I personally think that Ipswich will sneak into the top two, and I think Wednesday might be the team to sneak out due to their wretched form at the moment.
Yeah.
But as soon as it comes down to those two games, or in the final, a one-off game, I think if you get to the final, it's anyone's, isn't it? Really, you would expect the better team to win. But if you can nick in there, I'd rather be in there and lose than not be in there at all. Would you not?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I would rather be in there than not.
Okay. Would you rather come just outside and then get in there and get smashed by Barnsley or Ipswich? Or Wednesday?
Well, that's the dilemma, isn't it? Because I think that's all that we deserve is finishing outside. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't see us beating any of those teams over two legs. And then even if we do get to the final, yes, it's a one-off game, but do we have that quality that can beat?
Well, I can answer that question for you. No, we don't. No, we don't. But you never know, do you? Never know. Would you say that Wigan a better team than Man City back in the 2013 FA Cup final? Were they? I'm trying to think of any other one-off games where the
Well,
underdog.
yeah, I've got modern reference.
Go on.
Would you really have expected Cameroon to beat
Argentina
in the 1990 World Cup?
No,
No.
you would not.
There
No,
you go.
you would not.
Would you have
Good
expected
point.
USA to beat England in 1956 or whatever it was?
No. Saudi Arabia to beat Argentina last year, the World Cup. Another great example. Would you expect Costa Rica? Anyway, we could go on forever, couldn't we? We could do. Let's not. But I think, I'm going to say it now. I think, do you know what I think?
Go on.
I think Derby will struggle to recover, and I think they're going to stay outside. But I think Peterborough will finish in the top 6 because their form is decent, similar to ours, but it's decent. I also think that Bolton are the team to beat in that case, because I think Bolton, although they've got a game in hand, they are also in pretty poor league form. Haven't won in 5 games.
Do you know what concerns me about Bolton and Peterborough?
They're both better than us.
Apart from that,
Go on.
busy forwards, scoring forwards.
Yeah, we don't like busy forwards, do we?
We don't. Nor does
we don't like busy forwards.
No.
Good point. I think it's going to be a close run thing. I think we're going to just miss out, but I think it's going to go down to the last game. That's my prediction.
Do you think people watch this for our positive? No. Oh no, yeah. Do you think if we started saying things like, "Yeah, come on, we can do it. We're gonna do it," then we get more.
I don't know. Should we have a 5-minute period where we're just really positive, and then and then we'll clip it down. We'll release that as a one-off separate thing, and see how that goes. That'll get like thousands, wouldn't it?
We'll do it afterwards. We'll do it as a. We won't do it as a special. Live. Yeah,
it'll be an Easter special.
I need to get pissed first.
We'll do it on Easter Sunday or something. We'll do an actual live.
Yeah,
a live, not an actual live. Okay, so we've decided that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I think another reason why it's not going to happen is because 4 of our last 7 games are away from home as well. They're not particularly tricky away games. If you look at who we've got, Shrewsbury away should beat them, but we won't. Oxford away should beat them, but we won't. And Derby, so that's the big one there. Derby away.
Well, I think what will happen is we will lose to someone like MK Dons, and it'll be we're rubbish again. Back to this.
But the hope will still be there, Dan.
Hey?
But the hope will still be there because a couple of teams above us will also lose, and then we'll think, we're rubbish, but so are they.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I think is, bearing in mind we were talking last week about how we need a minimum of 10 new players for next season. What do you reckon happens in this scenario, whereby you're on the edge of the playoffs, or you're kind of just in the playoffs, and you may go up, you may not? How do you think a team of our size plans? Do they go out to them when they're looking for players? Do they have one list of players for League One and another list of players for the Championship? Because that's going to cost a lot of money if we go up, isn't it? We need a whole new squad.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you. We need to ask Richard Hughes, don't we?
I don't reckon he knows.
No.
I don't reckon he knows. Who that?
Yeah.
John?
Oh, yeah. No, they must have. I mean, they must be. Surely they're putting that list together now, aren't they, of players?
But who do you attract in that scenario whereby you're currently 9th? We may go up, and who are you attracting? Are you attracting current Championship players who are out of contract, or are at the lower ends or going down or whatever? And then you're getting dross, aren't you?
I think you're getting players in our own league or lower, and if we're getting anyone above, it'll be loans again.
It's tricky, isn't it? It's a tricky scenario. And
because
obviously
or Championship players that are out of contract or elderly.
Yeah. But then you need, I think, in that situation, you need a manager who knows the leagues or a director of football or whatever it is, because otherwise you are just going to pick up the leftovers, aren't you? Surely, or you need a good recruitment team. I don't know, but I don't suspect Pompey's recruitment team is the best in the division, let alone the championship. I don't know. It's difficult, I think, because. We spoke last week, obviously, that we need at least 10 players coming in. We spoke about the players who are still there who would be okay in this league and do a job in this league, and some of the players would be squad players. Ultimately, the players who would do a job in this league won't do a job in the championship, maybe bar one or two, maybe Morel, maybe Pack, perhaps. But Towler isn't up to that level yet. The rest, everyone else that we spoke about, not up to that level. So it would literally be, we'd need like 20 decent players if we went up. Should we move on?
I was up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And what about this scenario? Going back to we've just got through to the playoff final, and we've somehow managed to win it, and we've gone up to the championship. What happens then? How many players do we need then?
Well, yes, same amount, surely.
Eh?
Isn't that what we were just talking about?
But same amount. You would still say that we only need 9 or 10.
No, that's what I'm saying. If we go up to the championship, we need a good 15 to 20, because those players who are decent at this league won't be good enough for the championship. They'll be squad members.
Yeah.
What do you think in the chat? Do you think we're going up? Yes or no? Let us know what your thoughts are. Okay, so this weekend did commemorate the events of the 125th anniversary. There have been events going on all week long. There was a nice parade of ex-players, which was quite nice to see. The likes of Whittingham and do you know what, my mind's gone completely blank. Noel Blake, etc. Primus, yeah. Always good to see the lads back in Paul Walsh.
Johnny Hurtle.
He was our captain at one stage.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Yeah.
What I did find interesting.
Name 3 other players in that squad when he was captain.
Johnny Hurtle's squad.
Okay. We'll do that on the next one. Do that on the next podcast.
Yeah. But have you got your name down for the 125th anniversary book? Write your name in Portsmouth history, which I think is a bit of a misleading tagline for it. Have you got your version?
I haven't. So can you explain how it works?
Well, yes, I can. Still here. Just realised I left my coffee on the wrong desk.
Oh, I thought you were going to get the book.
No. Unfortunately, I've not ordered. They're not out till September or something.
Oh, okay.
But you've got to order them now so they can get the bunts in. Yes, what it is that you pay £49 for your Portsmouth history book, 125 years of Portsmouth Football Club.
£49, say?
£49.
Not £4.9, 49.
No. 49 English pounds,
right.
sterling. And for that, but you're writing your name in Portsmouth history. And do you know how you get your name in Portsmouth's history? Is by your name is in the book. Right.
So is it just going to be a list of names like?
Be like credits, I guess. Credits of people who. I don't even know if you get the list of everyone's name. I think you just get your name. A little bit like a personalised. This book belongs to Dan Till, part of Portsmouth history.
Oh, what? So you don't get a list of everyone's names? Because that's what I would find bizarre. Because why would anyone want
GDPR, isn't it?
Huh?
Can't think you can actually name everybody. I suppose you've got to sign up for it. I don't know. But then it could be pages. And how do you do that?
Exactly.
There's got to be a cut-off, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, do they still do a phone book? Does the phone book still exist?
I don't know, actually. I was going to say I believe so.
I'll read that, and I'll do that. I'll read that for nothing rather than paying £49.
Oh, but you haven't got the Portsmouth history in there, though, have you?
No.
You can't look up anywhere else.
I guess
it seems like a bargain. I'm not so sure, but who knows? Did you see? This is one thing I've just remembered now. Did you see obviously Portsmouth filed their accounts. They made a loss of about £2.6 million in the last trading year. Now, bearing in mind this was before Ipswich's massive spending spree, but Ipswich lost like £15 million in the same period.
Yeah.
Which instantly I saw people instantly going, see what happens when you spend money on your team? Well, what, you make massive losses. That's what happens.
Yep. And you get
that doesn't prove.
And you get promoted and win it back.
Well,
and
that's how it works.
We're going to get our money back, don't you? Selling Colby Bishop for 2.6 million.
Got to balance those books.
Yeah. You take
Got to balance those books. I think the thing is, if you think about it, I know we said about you should go for 5 million, but what are we buying for? Like $500,000? So I think if somebody offered you 5 times the value in a year, it would make sense, wouldn't it? So in any other industry, it would make sense. If you bought something for £1 and a few weeks later somebody offered you £5 for the same thing, you'd surely sell it, wouldn't you?
Well, it depends how valuable it is to you, Mike.
Yeah, I'd sell.
Well, there you go.
All right. Should we move on? Should we have a quiz? Your favourite time of the night?
You still haven't discussed Allendale's ban the match. And
oh, yes. No, we haven't. Yeah, apologies. Go on. Tell us about your...
No, you tell me why. So you made that decision. You made that decision to give man the match to Allendale. Okay, so can you explain to me why you did that?
Did I?
No. This is the scenario. This is the scenario that I'm creating. You're the person.
I went all. What's his face then, didn't I? Did I, Jeff? Cammy. I went all Cammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let's imagine that you're the person that made that decision. Explain to me why he got man of the match.
I can tell you the one and the only reason really is because everybody else was dog average, and he scored a goal, which I suppose changed the game. So therefore, that's the only reason he got man of the match.
Yeah, I did notice with the header that because the first couple of replays I saw, or the first when I first saw it going in, and then the first replay, I thought, well, he's done well to out jump that chap at the far post. And then when I saw the third or fourth replay, I did realise that he actually headed it into the back of the man's head, and then it went in. And I thought, there it is.
Did he have his eyes closed?
There's the twist.
Was he like that? Yeah. Just aim my forehead in the general direction where I think the ball might be, and then
and then there was the two chances he missed. I mean, the one from point blank after whose shot was it? Who had the shot? Rafferty, was it?
I can't remember.
Jacobs? I can't remember who it was. Jacobs, wasn't it? I think.
Came back from the keeper, didn't it? And
and just put it in. And then the last one, I just can't understand. I've seen it about 5 or 6 times, and I just cannot understand how he could not even hit the target, and not even put it an inch wide. It was a few feet wide. And there was a tiny bit of pressure from the defender. I just thought, how are you not even hitting the target? I just can't get my head around it.
He's very popular though, isn't he? He's very popular amongst the Pompey faithful. Everyone seems to be a big fan of his.
Is that just running around? Is that just the effort? I think it is, because they've always liked
a try hard.
Yeah.
And I get that to a degree. But surely you've also got to have end product. And if this is what's frustrating, is if he had end product, Bishop probably would have scored an extra 5 to 10 goals this season, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
If he could just cross the ball, get a decent ball in the box. And the thing that infuriates me most about him is when we break away, and it comes out to the right, and there's an early pass on it. It's an easy pass, and it's kind of like just knock it off and then move.
Yeah,
maybe I'm a bit of a Puritan, but I think it's the way football should be played. Get the ball. If the early easy pass is there and you're pacey, you get the ball. If your back's to goal, knock it off and turn and go. where he seems to want to turn. Okay, there's a man in front of me. I'll try and beat this man. The pass is still on, but I'll beat this man, and then I'll turn back and face my own goal again, and then see what's happening on nothing's happening on the overlap. Oh, I've lost the ball.
Yeah,
it's just like and even if he doesn't lose the ball, the momentum of the attack has gone.
Yep. Yeah, every time. I agree, and that chance to just get that quick crossing as well.
Yes, yeah, and that's what Rafferty. I really like about Rafferty is you see Rafferty, and you see it at all levels, but it's kind of 101, I think. Get the ball back. He's got a bit of space. Just literally roll it under your studs. Get the ball in the box.
Yeah.
Have a little look up. Who's in the box? Somebody is. Pop it in. Yep. Doesn't matter who's in there. Pop it in.
Yeah.
It's such a simple game. But you see other teams play it, and bar none, I suppose, with the exception of the teams that have real true quality, such as your Man Cities, such as your Arsenals in the late 90s, early 2000s, those sort of teams could pass around, and actually somehow it ends up at the feet of some world-class striker who's 8 yards out.
Yeah.
But for most other teams, the simplest way to play football is just pop it in the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pop it in the box, put it in the mixer, see what happens.
Yeah. You don't win the waffle if you don't buy a ticket, whatever it is.
If you play with kids.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
That's what they say. I think that's what Alan Hansen said. He said, you don't win the waffle.
Yeah, you don't win the waffle.
If you don't mix your batter right.
So go on, now you can do the quiz.
All right, let's do the quiz.
Yeah.
You're winning 11-7. I remembered the score this time around. 11-7 to you. I've got a similar one to last week. Similar.
Oh, what was that?
It was England caps last week.
Oh yeah, see, I've done So I've basically done this week. I've basically done what you do and leave it to the last minute because I've been away. So, yeah, I've got a similar. I've got a higher or lower type.
Okay. Well, it's not Pompey appearances, is it?
Oh, thank goodness for that. Mine's Pompey goals.
Okay, right. It's going to be very similar then. All right. Okay. So who's going to kick? You kick off.
Me to you, innit?
Yeah, go on.
Right. Okay. Right. Let me just say this to start off with.
Go on.
I thought of this morning. I thought I was going to do Pompey players that have got similar goal stats.
Yeah.
That's going to be my question. And I just thought just by popping that into Google, it'd be easy. I'd just get a list of Pompey goal scorers. But it's not easy, Mike, because they've all got different stats everywhere. So if any of these are slightly out, then I do apologise. But
likewise on my appearances one.
Yeah, it's just like I think some of them use just league goals, but I did go on a few websites to find the correct. What I think I'm giving you the.
Did you then take like a mean average from all sites?
Yes.
Referred to.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh, good. Okay.
Right. Okay. So your first. So I'm going to give you two players. I want you to tell me who scored most goals for Pompey. That's simple. Pompey podcast should be all over it and get 5 out of 5. Shouldn't it?
Because we are the knowledge. We are the Pompey Oracle.
Okay. Nice easy one to start off with. Peter Crouch. Did he score more or less than Svetoslav Todorov? Who got the most goals? Peter Crouch or Todorov?
Oh, it's going to be close, isn't it?
I can tell you that all of these are very close.
It's going to be close. I'm trying to think because Todorov obviously had that one outstanding season and then kind of bookend by 2 average seasons. Crouch got about 7 or 8 when he returned to us, but I think he got close to 20 on his first time around. I'm going to go with Crouch.
It's a Pompey podcast. Has he got it right on the first question? So I can tell you that Svetoslav Todorov scored. How many do you reckon?
Oh, if you say 30 something, then it's definitely him.
Yeah, 33.
Crouch got about 28.
Crouch scored 34. Or it could be 35. One of the two. But either way, he scored more. So well done. That's 1 out of 1.
Good start. Good start. Strong start. Okay, on a similar sort of vein, Mine are appearances, though, and these are appearances unverified, but I can't even remember the website that I took them from. I deliberately didn't do Wikipedia. Anyway, so first up, we have the Battle of the African Forwards, Yakubu and Benjani. Who appeared most for Portsmouth, Yakubu or Benjani? Very close, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Now, Yakubu, you got half the season, well, half-ish the season, and then the full season. And then did he go at the end of the first? I think he probably did, didn't he? Or did he stay for a couple of seasons? See, I reckon you'd think it'd be Yakubu, and then Benjani would just suddenly, Yakubu. I'm not going to give you my workings out. Just Yakubu.
Okay, Yakubu played for Portsmouth on 67 occasions. Benjani on 70 occasions. It was Benjani. All right. For those of you listening on Spotify, we've just done the Benjani goal celebration. We didn't do a ridiculously over the top smile, did we?
No, we didn't. No.
Okay, next.
Okay. Ready? Number 2. Easy. This one, easy. There certainly won't be a twist in this one. That's for sure.
Okay, good.
Matt Taylor.
All right.
Versus Jed Wallace. Who scored the most goals for Pompey? Matthew Taylor or Jed Wallace?
Oh, see, the fact that they've been put together, you would think Matt Taylor, but actually he scored some worldies. But did he score that many? I can't remember him scoring that many. That were Joe average sort.
But he was there for years, wasn't he? He was there for years. Jed Wallace, there's no way.
What was Wallace there for? He wasn't there that long, was he?
No.
It's going to be Matt Taylor. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going Matt Taylor.
You're not going to fall for it? Okay. Matt Taylor scored 29 goals.
Oh, easy. It's definitely him then.
Is it definitely him? Jed Wallace scored 30 goals.
No, he did not. No, he did not. Did he? Did he really? 30?
Yeah, apparently so. That's what I thought. 30 goals. If I could get onto the internet, I'd have a look. But I did double check these with a couple of different websites.
Okay, right, go on.
Yeah, 30 goals apparently.
30 goals. All right. All right.
That's like
only 29 years old.
Never realised he had a 1 in 4 ratio for Pompey.
Wow. Okay. Next one for you then.
Yep.
This is the boys of 2008, the legends of 2008 versus each other. You've got King Canu versus Sol Campbell. Sol Campbell or King Canu?
It's got to be Sol, hasn't it? Because Canu wouldn't even play every game, would he? He was old.
Still counts as an appearance, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It still counts as an appearance.
Oh, does it? Oh, well, okay, yeah. It still counts as an appearance. Sol Campbell.
What would you? Sol Campbell?
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you. Sol Campbell played 95 times for Portsmouth.
Don't F me about, Mike.
King Canu appeared 101 times.
Shut your face.
That's still 1-0 to me.
Right.
See? You're here for the knowledge, the in-depth Pompey knowledge.
Right.
You can't even get 50-50 right.
Following on from your question.
Yep.
Did Canu score more or less than Jamal Lowe?
I'm just going to go for it. More.
Lowe. Jamal Lowe.
More.
Who?
More. Lowe. More. Canu scored more because you said, did he score more or less? I'm going to say he scored more. So Canu scored most.
Okay. Jamal Lowe scored 29 goals for Pompey.
Oh, yeah. It's Canu then.
Canu scored 28.
hits the post. Oh, dearie my.
Right.
All
Chelsea
right.
went 1-0 up against Liverpool, but it's been chalked off.
Oh, that's a shame.
Of course it is, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
This is the next two.
Yep.
Next two unsung heroes. Limboy Primus, Richard Hughes. And I'm not talking about Richard Hughes with the older,
Am I 0 out of 2? So no, what am I?
Yeah, it's 1-0 to me at the moment, and I've taken one extra shot.
Okay,
so I
need this to equalise. So
yeah, Primus or Hughes. I can tell you, there's only one in it.
Yeah. Now
there's only one appearance in it.
Oh, it's just stupid, isn't it? Because it's obviously Primus, but then it's not, is it? It's going to be Hughes, isn't it?
I don't know. Which is it? Is it the obvious one or is it a not obvious one?
And they've all been. Just Primus. Don't mess me about, Mike. It's Primus. Do not mess me about. No, because why would Richard Hughes be there?
This is for the equaliser.
There, would you? You haven't had Richard Hughes there, would you? If it wasn't Richard Hughes. So I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to stick with Primus.
Okay, Limboy Primus played 113 times for Portsmouth. Richard Hughes
played 112. Don't mess me about.
140.
Oh, stupid.
Oh, dearie me.
So, on the Pompey podcast, we've asked 6 questions about Pompey, and so far, one of them.
Which were all 50-50s.
Yeah. Right, here you go. The nice, easy one for you.
Okay, go on then.
Connor Chaplin or Colby Bishop, who scored the most goals for Pompey? Now you know how many Colby Bishop's got, don't you?
Yeah, it's Bishop. Because Chaplin didn't score many, did he?
Okay, Colby Bishop scored. Listen to this. That's 2 things. Is it a tick or is it a cross? Colby Bishop scored 23. Connor Chaplin scored 25.
Ah, dear. Okay.
Right. Come on then. See if I can make it 1-1.
Go on then. Right. Midfielders.
Yeah.
Sean Davis or Gary O'Neill.
That has to be O'Neill. It just has to be O'Neill, doesn't it?
It has to be.
It's O'Neill. I'm not having it anymore, Mike. I'm not having it.
Okay.
If it's not, then I'm just going to switch it off.
Okay. So Sean Davis played 102 times for Pompey. Gary O'Neill played 100 times for Pompey.
I'll get the. No. Hold on. Let me just check this.
Just do that. Oh, is he gone? I thought you were leaving.
Oh, right. I was going to check, but
102 plays 100. Okay, so this is you. If you score this, it's 1-1.
Right.
We got one left to go.
No, this is me to you, isn't it? So if you get this one, you've won.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Here we go. Then.
Right.
Okay.
So there's no way.
There's no way. I love it. Despite your 11-7 lead, I love how well you take a defeat. So
yeah.
Come on.
Right.
This is
easy peasy. Okay.
Yep.
Who scored more, Loire or Jermaine Defoe?
Well, Defoe was only there for a year, wasn't he?
Yep. He was only there for a year.
I reckon he probably scored maybe 16, 17, I'd say.
16, no, he scored more than that, but he was only there for a year, so he's not going to score many, is he? But then again,
Loire.
Okay. Jermaine Defoe scored 18 for Pompey.
Yeah, definitely.
Loire scored 19 for Pompey. Well done. Come on then, give me the last one. See if I can at least score one goal.
Last one.
Yeah.
This is the consolation.
Yeah.
Your friend Matt Taylor against ball sniffing David James. Which
now see all the other ones I should have gone for the non-obvious answer, like Richard Hughes and Sean Dyche or whoever it was, Sean Davis. But this one, I don't know what the obvious answer is because
both there a while, weren't they?
Both yeah. So who was the first one again? David James and
Matt Taylor.
Matt Taylor. Oh,
I can tell you this is actually the biggest gap out of all the ones that I've mentioned so far in number of appearances. There is 10 difference.
It's David James. It's not David James. It's Taylor. It's
which is it?
Stupid.
James. Is it James or is it Taylor? Is it Taylor?
Well, I'm gonna say both names and I'm gonna check your face. Okay, David James. Matt Taylor.
Take my headphone out. Sorry, what did you say?
I don't know. Right, okay. David James. No. Matt Taylor.
Is that your final answer? As thrilling as this is,
yeah, to everyone watching. Yeah, Matt Taylor. Go
on. Matt Taylor, you're going. Final answer.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Locked in. Okay, I can tell you that David James played 134 games for Portsmouth. Matt Taylor played 144 games. You're correct to go, Matt Taylor. Yay. Out of 10 Portsmouth questions, 50-50. We got 3 right.
Get in there. 2-1. Excellent.
Yeah, specialist subject. This would not be our specialist subject.
Yeah.
I think it goes to show that we know very little.
Are there people watching?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, say in the comments if you'd have got more than 3 out of those 10. That pretty much wraps up tonight, Dan. Just very briefly, did you see?
That pretty much wraps up Eat My Goal.
Forever. We're done. We've got a couple more weeks left to go to the end of the season, and who knows? If we get into the playoffs, we might have a bonus week. That's a possibility.
Oh, wow!
We could even maybe do a live from Wembley if we get there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So we won't be doing that then. So that's fine. I was just going to say, did you see the Everton Spurs game last night? I know this is irrelevant to Portsmouth fans, but the Everton Spurs game. Did you see the red card for Abdoulaye Doucouré?
Yes, and I can explain it precisely. Absolutely 100% red card.
Yeah, agreed.
Absolutely 100% pathetic from Kane.
Yes, good. I'm glad you said that because I quite like the way that he defied the laws of physics. Because despite he was pushed one way, he fell the other way, which was incredible. I didn't like that. Yes, red card. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but one of the pundits said something quite good, which was. It might have even been someone stupid like Ali McCoist or someone said something like that he shouldn't have done it, but you have to do it to get the referee to send him off. Because
that's wrong. That's wrong.
If you don't, no, it is wrong. It is wrong. But if you don't make a meal of it, if you just stand there and go, "Hey, what are you doing to my face?" The referee will go, "Oh, it's okay then. I'll just give him a yellow card."
He's taking it in good spirits. Yeah. He's taking that clawing of his face well. It's wrong. I think that's surely the culture of the game is wrong if that's the case, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I read something a while back whereby a referee was explaining why he hadn't given a penalty to the player. And the player said afterwards, apparently the referee came up to him and said, "Had you gone down, I'd have given you a penalty."
Yeah.
But you stayed on your feet. It's still a foul. If you've seen that it's a foul, then give it as a foul, surely. You don't have to wait till the player chucks themselves on the floor.
The first time I saw this was years ago when there was a player running in the box and the other player swiped him, hit the shin pad. You could hear the sound on the shin pad, But because he didn't go down, the referee didn't give the penalty. And that was me playing for Rampton Rangers when we played against Service Master at Alexandra Park. So Christ knows what year that was.
Yeah. Well, they set a precedent, didn't they? They set a precedent that day.
Yeah.
And it's continued to this very day.
And I think the referee even said that to me. That said, "Oh, if you'd gone down, I would have given you the penalty." And it was just like, well, I took it with, I took it in good spirit.
Took it with grace.
Yeah.
Took it with grace, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on that, I don't want to be all Clarkson-like, but on that,
not non-Pompey related. Did you see Mitrovic got an 8-game ban?
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he? Okay, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's the rest of the season, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with my son about this at the Port Vale game, and apparently he was saying that some pundits were saying it's on a par with what Cantona did. Ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave the referee a little shove. Don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning the little shove on the referee for a second. However, I think it's slightly different than going studs up into the crowd.
Yeah, chest high.
No matter how vile the chest high, no matter how vile that fan may or may not have been, it doesn't really compare to a slight shove on a referee, does it?
No. I think 8 games is quite a lot for an frustrated shove. I think it had to be more than 3, but I don't think 8. I don't think it needed 8. Maybe 5 or 6, perhaps. Yes. But anyway, anything under 8, 7 would have been fine.
No, 7. I think 7 would have been excessive. I think 5 or 6 myself.
5 or 6, yeah.
5 or 6.
Okay.
Anywho, there we go. We've had it. We've had it. We never had it. We never had it in the first place. That's another Eat My Goal wrapped up. We will be back next week. It'll be on a Tuesday. It was Easter weekend, so this weekend we do have Milton Keynes Dons away, Morecambe at home on Bank Holiday Monday. We'll be back to review those games. To everybody that's watching and listening, you can email us, eatmygoal22@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at eatmygoal22, or follow us on Facebook, eatmygoal22. Put facebook.com before that and /. There you go. Thanks, Dan. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Thanks for having me.
See you later. Bye.